Hey guys, want to show your support to the channel and get some awesome rewards at the same time? Then go check out my Patreon page where at whatever tier you choose that fits your budget, you'll get plenty of rewards such as updates and announcements on the regular, exclusive sneak peeks of my videos before they go up online, get yourself credited, and receive a special shout out at the end of my videos and more. Go to patreon.com/Ackleyattack427's to start pledging today. And don't forget to also check out and consider gifting me any items I have listed on my Amazon wishlist and even supporting me on my Streamlabs tipping page that'll also help support the channel directly. Links are in the description box below as well as on my link tree for you to check out. Thank you and enjoy today's video. Take care. Hey guys, like what we do on our channel and want to see more videos from us? Then not to worry about a thing. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as turning on the notification bell so that way you can see more of our videos coming up very soon. Thank you and enjoy today's video. Hey guys, just want to give you guys a friendly reminder, or one last friendly reminder as of now that right around tomorrow, Saturday, June 21st, I'm gonna be over at Area 51 of the Crow's Nest Online for free RPG Fest this year. I had a really great time last year, and this year is actually gonna be absolutely incredible. Once again, that's gonna be taking place at their shop at the Cortland Corset Building over in Cortland, New York on Saturday, June the 21st from 11 a.m. all the way until 7 p.m. And of course, I'm going to be hosting and judging their cosplay contest there, and yeah, by all means, if you actually see me there in person, then by all means, come on up to me and say hi. I hope to see all of you there. So yeah. All the information and stuff can be found on their social media platforms like their Facebook and Instagram. And if you have any questions, if you have any questions with them on that, then by all means, DM them on their social media platforms and even send them an email as well. So yeah, if you got the time and if you see me there right around tomorrow, then by all means, come on up to me and say hi. Hope to see all of you there. Thank you. Now, please enjoy today's Thoughts video. Hey guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here with a brand new Thoughts video for all of you guys, and yeah, I guess it looks like, from the looks of it, I gotta ask all of you guys, how was your Juneteenth this year? Well, surprisingly enough, I assume it actually turned out pretty great for sure, and why the hell shouldn't it for sure, so yeah, I guess quite obviously, Juneteenth has already come and go, and well, I guess from the looks of it, probably by the time this video goes live today, tomorrow will officially be pretty much the summer solstice by far, so that's gonna be a whole lot of fun. But hey, I wouldn't worry about the heck, to be honest, though. Technically, given to the hot summer weather we're getting right now, well, I guess it is what it is for sure, but either way, I guess I know pretty much as established from earlier, I've got pretty much free RPG Fest over at my workplace, Area 51, that I've got to attend to for sure, so yeah. I'm definitely making that my priority for a part of this weekend, so that way I can really get myself in for, of course, what I'll be in for hands down. But I guess until then, I've decided to take the time right around this Juneteenth for sure, and actually pretty much catch the latest movie that just hit theaters not too long ago for sure. And I really do mean that as well, because, well, surprisingly enough, I guess now's a good time for me to actually do this, bud. But I guess from the looks of it, I'm now getting myself in for, of course, an early Thursday screening of course, the latest movie that just dropped as of recently, so yeah, I guess it is quite interesting for me to actually do that because, well, given to my busy schedule this weekend, I think it makes sense for me to finally do an early Thursday screening of the latest movie for sure, and I guess pretty much of anything, I've actually picked out a really great one that I've decided to check out for sure. So yeah, I think it's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah, for today's movie we're going to be talking about here today. Well, surprisingly enough, if you're wondering what movie I picked out that I want to see early, pretty much as my early Thursday screening by far. Well, surprisingly enough, it has been over a year by far, so I think it's about time that we go ahead and talk about a little something from not just Disney once again, but surprisingly enough, aside from, of course, their own animated feature films that they always push out, I think it's time once again we take a little, pretty much take a look at a little something from their other animation studio they actually work with when it comes to animated feature films, and that being, of course, Pixar. So yeah, I guess you know me, hands out, I always look forward to a brand new Pixar movie by far whenever one actually pops up for sure, and I have talked about a good batch of them pretty much in these thoughts videos for sure. Including of which 3 of them I finally caught on the big screen for sure that I got to revisit by far, but yeah, I guess it has been over a year, so I guess it is what it is, so yeah, and I guess from the looks of it, Pixar is again with, of course, their latest animated feature film that just dropped as of recently, to which probably by the time this video goes live, the movie is already out as we speak, so yeah. But seeing how I did get myself an early screening of course, that's a movie, I think it makes sense for me to finally talk about this one for sure, so yeah. And luckily enough, I think, yeah, surprisingly enough, since I mentioned my workplace, Area 51 of the Crow's Nest Online, I guess for the latest Pixar movie that I just saw, surprisingly enough, it is certainly out of this world. Yeah, I think you can kind of get the idea of course, what I'm talking about for sure, but for those who don't, I think we might as well get ourselves in for the latest Pixar movie that I actually got to see early for sure, which is none other than Elio. So yeah, I think it's, yeah, I guess if anything, it's pretty much what I'm going to be talking about here today. Pretty much, it just recently came out by the time this video goes live, and yeah, pretty much I got the chance to actually go see it early, and well, here I am right now giving my thoughts on it for sure, so yeah, it's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alrighty then, so yeah, before going into this movie, I'll be honest, based on what I've actually seen from the teaser trailer alone, and even when it first got announced, I was actually intrigued with, of course, this idea that Pixar decided to do by far, and yeah, based on what I've actually seen for sure, I really do think they were really going something really great with, of course, this one, as it really caught my eye with, of course, what it actually has provided. Not only would it actually be a really good, pretty much movie about a boy getting along with a bunch of aliens, but I think it could also work as a really nice coming-of-age story for sure, so yeah, I guess it is quite obvious, based on what I've seen in the trailer, yeah, in the first ever teaser trailer alone, I actually got myself pretty intrigued with, of course, this one, and I was quite curious to see on what they're going to do with it, hands down, and well, this movie actually took a long time to actually get to this point for sure, as of course it was supposed to come out right around last year for sure, but apparently got pushed back to where we are right now, mainly because of course, obviously enough, the writers and actors strike that happened a couple of years ago for sure, so which is of course one factor when you really think about it. So I guess if anything, it has gone through a lot of changes and alterations around that time for sure, but I was still interested in seeing on what this one will have provide for sure, so yeah. And I guess if anything, as my little Juneteenth treat by far, and well, pretty much, obviously, since I really want to get myself prepared for Free RPG Fest that's coming up this, yeah, right around tomorrow for sure, I decided to take upon myself and actually pretty much go and see this movie early for sure, so yeah, pretty much if anything, I decided to take this time right around this Thursday for sure to catch an early screening of that movie before it came out for sure. And I was lucky enough to actually do that, all thanks to the kind people at Crown City Cinemas as always, so yeah. And of course, now that I've officially got back from, of course, seeing this movie, I guess a lot of you guys may be wondering, what do I think of this movie now that I finally got the chance to see it? Well, surprisingly enough, given to what I've actually seen by far, regardless of course, how long it actually took to actually finally get released, pretty much at the end of the day with what I've actually seen, Elio, in my opinion, it's actually a pretty solid flick. Yeah, that's pretty much why I actually thought of this movie for sure. I think with, of course, what he actually providing all the way, Elio is actually a really solid flick in my opinion, and I really do think it's actually well worth it for sure. Is it by all means pitch perfect? No, but I really do think it does have a lot of great stuff in it to actually give me such a great time, and this movie actually gave me exactly that. It is definitely a really great movie by far, and I really enjoyed it all the way, so yeah. It's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alrighty then, well, now that I've officially got the short version out of the way, I guess I'll go ahead and talk about everything that I need to talk about for sure. For starters is, of course, the story, and yeah, I think with, of course, what I've actually seen by far, the story, of course, this movie, I was actually really engaged with, of course, what he actually has provided for sure. Everything from what I've actually seen by far, I was really pretty much engaged with, of course, everything that goes on throughout the course of the movie, and I do follow through it just fine, and of course, with what he actually has done to make it pretty much very gravitating and even interesting by far. I think that alone is, of course, what really drive me hard to actually get myself really engaged with, of course, this movie for sure. Basically, it does follow the same route as, of course, any old coming-of-age story would actually do, but I love the way he actually wanted to try to do something unique with, of course, the ideas they have provided for sure. And I mean, yeah, I think some parts of it I do kind of thought were a little bumpy in some areas for sure, but the rest I have to say is actually pretty engaging to be honest, and I really love what it's actually trying to go for hands down, so yeah, either way, I really love on what this movie is actually providing with its story, and I was really really engaged with, of course, what it's actually done for sure, so yeah, and of course, the writing, I have to say, yeah, like I said, I think there are some parts of it where I do think it is a little bumpy in some areas, and maybe I think parts of it could have pretty much gave like pretty much a rewrite or two to actually to really make it outstanding for sure. But I really love how well crafted the writing is for sure, and I can tell pretty much the film screenplay really took a lot of hard-working effort for sure, and yeah, pretty much of anything, I know a lot has changed since after pretty much pretty much it got pushed back, allowing these changes and alterations to actually be made for sure. But whatever the case may be, I really do think they really went something with of course the writing for sure. And I was really impressed on how well crafted this movie is for sure. So yeah, and of course, pretty much if anything, a few bits of comedy. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I think pretty much for a good number of times, I really do think pretty much it does provide some pretty good comedy that actually gave me a good laugh for sure, whether it be pretty much visually or of course verbally by far. So so yeah, that's pretty much what I can say of course that front. So yeah, pretty much, if anything, the story and the writing, the story, the writing, and the comedy, for sure, yeah, like I said, might be a little bit rough in some areas, for sure, but at the end of the day, I really do think they really put in a lot of hard-working effort to really make it great by far, and they really did such an incredible job, of course, that front, so yeah. It's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Okay, I guess I'm done with that. Alrighty then, so yeah, now that I've actually got those out of the way, I guess I'll go ahead and talk about the next couple of things I need to talk about, which I guess pretty much next up is, of course, the characters, and yeah, pretty much from what I've actually seen by far, I really love what they did with the characters for sure. I really do think each and every single one of them I've actually seen for sure. I really do think they are giving us such great development, I'm not gonna lie, to actually make them likable and interesting for sure, and they really accomplished that quite well from what I've actually seen. I really do follow through on, of course, pretty much who they are, what their characteristics and their personalities and their traits are, and even the flaws that they need to overcome for sure. Now, the latter is actually pretty important from what I've actually seen because, well, pretty much, if anything, a good number of the characters from what I've actually seen actually do go through some really great arcs for sure. And that actually does help to overcome, of course, what they're actually doing and how they're actually feeling for sure. And yeah, pretty much, if anything, this movie actually does find a way to really utilize that quite well. And yeah, with that, with each and every single character I've actually seen on screen, I do feel for them, and I really do think they really are going somewhere with, of course, this one. And I'm really glad they actually did that. So yeah, and of course, all the actors that came aboard to play all these characters, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, each and every single one of them, I have to say, is perfectly well casting in my opinion, as I really do think they pulled off such really great performances, I'm not gonna lie, and yeah, pretty much of anything, I really do follow through on each and every single one of them by far. I really do think the acting, of course, this movie is definitely the strongest out of all of them for sure, and yeah, I think with of course what I've actually seen for sure, I really do think they put in a lot of hard-working effort to really make the material they're working with stand out quite well, and I'm really glad they actually did exactly that. So yeah, I think it's pretty much what I can say, of course, on that front for sure. So yeah, given to what I've actually said, I really love on what they've done with the characters, and all the actors pulled off such great performances, in my opinion, that I really do think help benefit the flick a whole lot for sure. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alright. Alrighty then, well, now that I've officially got those two out of the way, what else is there for me to talk about? Actually, quite a whole lot for sure, so yeah, and I'm guessing if how it is a Pixar movie for sure, I think we might as well talk about the animation for sure. And yeah, there's no doubt in my mind that much like every other Pixar movie from what I've actually seen, the animation in this movie is just absolutely outstanding for sure. And yeah, with what I've actually seen in this movie for sure, I really love on what they did with the animation from Walt Can Gather for sure. Everything from how well the characters are designed, which are absolutely incredible, to the incredible worlds that this movie is showing off, giving us such a really great world building that I can really get myself immersed into hands down. And even pretty much of anything playing around with, of course, the lighting and, of course, the color palettes from what I've actually seen. Yeah, I think that alone really helped make the animation really stand out quite well. And yeah, with of course what I've actually seen, I really do think they really had a lot going for sure. And I really do admire on what they actually did for sure. So yeah, and not only that, but the production design is I really do think it's actually really well done. I'm not gonna lie, and I really do think they really actually went somewhere with, of course, what they actually did to make the animation process stand out quite well, and yeah, they really did that very well in, of course, this movie for sure. Not only that, but also the visuals and the effects, I'm not gonna lie, to blend in with, of course, pretty much the animation is also nicely done for sure, and I really do think it is blending in quite well for sure, that I really do think is actually very nicely done from Walt Can Gather for sure, so yeah. That's pretty much what I can say for those aspects in a nutshell for sure. So yeah, and of course the direction in this film by the film's directors. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I really do think they really pulled off a lot of hard-working effort to really make this movie look and sound great for sure, and they really did that very well from Walt Can Gather. I really love. And of course, what they've actually done for sure, and it really does help make the direction of this film actually quite amazing. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, I think it's what I can say. Of course, that aspect for sure. And of course, if anything, the cinematography is actually really great with such really great camera shots they have provided to really make this movie look good for sure, and I really do think they accomplished that quite well. And of course, the editing, I have to say, is cut perfectly with such really great cuts from Walt Can Gather for sure, and I really do think they did such an incredible job on that. And not to mention the pacing, I have to say, I really do think actually does match for sure, and everything about it just flows out perfectly well, pretty much allowing pretty much us to take our time to get ourselves pretty much getting ourselves immersed on, of course, everything that goes on, and I think they really did accomplish that quite well, and yeah, I think with everything else that I can gather for sure. Yeah, those are pretty much what I can say, pretty much on that, on all those aspects in a nutshell. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alright, so I guess with all that said and done, that's pretty much everything that I can say about this movie for sure. So yeah, overall, Elio, I will have to say, it's not just more than just a very solid flick, in my opinion. I do find it to be a very pretty much upbeat and very heart-filled movie that really got myself immersed on, of course, everything that goes on. And for while it's not 100% perfect, it really gave me such a feel-good time for sure that I know hands down is well worth over an hour and a half of my time for sure. So So yeah, pretty much everything from what I've actually said by far from, of course, all those aspects that I've actually mentioned. I really do think they really did such an incredible job with, of course, what I've actually seen for sure. And yeah, with, of course, everything that goes on screen for sure. Yeah, I really got myself in for, of course, what it has provided for sure. And when it was all over, I just wanted more. So yeah, pretty much of anything, given to all that said and done, I think that would actually show that I really enjoyed this movie for sure. And yeah, with, of course, what I've actually seen on screen, I'm glad it gave me such a great time for sure. And it was certainly well worth it in the end for sure. So yeah, I guess there's no doubt in my mind that with all that said and done, I do highly recommend this movie for what it is. Like I said, maybe there are some parts of it that I do think could have been worked out a whole lot more, but then again, that's just me nitpicking for sure. But I really do love what they have provided from what I can gather, and of course, certainly if anything, it really is well worth taking your time to really establish everything that goes on. And yeah, at the end of the day, it really gave me such a great time. And Elio is, in fact, not just pretty much a very solid movie in my opinion, but like I said, a very heartfelt and very upbeat movie that I know I'm definitely gonna look back on anytime soon. So yeah. Either way, it's well worth the recommendation on my part, and yeah, I enjoyed it from beginning to end, and yeah, I know hands down you're gonna be in for a great time once you actually go see it for yourself. So yeah, that's how great this movie is, and I really enjoyed it for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say. Of course, that front. So yeah, for my final score, yep, I think it's quite clear that Pixar deserves this one. So I'm gonna give Elio a 9 out of 10 as my final score. So yeah, like I said, I can't say it's actually pitch perfect for what it is, but I really enjoyed it, given to what I've actually seen by far. And yeah, I say it is pretty much a very heartfelt movie that you're gonna be in for such a great time for sure. And yeah, pretty much of anything, I'm glad I finally got to see it, and yeah, I do highly recommend it. So yeah. And yeah, I guess by the time this video goes live, pretty much on its release date for sure, the movie is finally out from what I can gather. So yeah, if you got the time and want to pretty much catching a movie right around today by the time this video goes live, then by all means, go see this movie for yourself. So yeah, you're definitely going to get a whole lot with, of course, this one, and I think you're going to be in for a great time. And I guess by all means, I really do think it is something the kids and the adults, yeah, pretty much the kids and the adults can actually get into as well for sure. So yeah. And not saying a whole lot given to the other Pixar movies I've actually seen beforehand for sure. So yeah, if that's something you're actually in for hands down, then, well, hop onto your spaceship and fly on over to see this movie for yourself. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alright, so I guess with all that said and done, that's pretty much everything that I can say about this movie as a whole. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this latest Fox video, and by all means, what do you think of Elio if you've actually seen it for yourself? Do you absolutely really enjoyed it and think it's another great Pixar movie that we actually got hands down and it gave you such a great time? Or do you absolutely hate it and think pretty much it's not worth an hour and a half of your time and you prefer to see something else for sure? Or are you somewhere in between, of course, this one from what I could gather? So yeah, let me know down in the comments down below on what you thought of this movie if you've seen it for yourself. So So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest Fox video, and, well, now if you'll excuse me, I gotta get myself prepped up for a free RPG Fest tomorrow, so yeah. But I guess in terms of my next movie I'm gonna be talking about, well, it is quite obvious, pretty much given for the fact that I've just seen Elio as of now, so after a free RPG Fest, next up is 28 years later. Excuse me, for while I'm still going to be prepping up for, of course, a free RPG Fest tomorrow, I also got to make sure I have the proper stuff I need to survive a post-apocalyptic Britain filled with rage virus infected zombies. Wish me luck on, of course, on that one, because, well, I know I'll be ready for it, so yeah. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Special thanks to all of my supporters on Patreon for making today's video possible, including my top tier supporters for this month, VD. So if you want to be like these guys and show your support to us, then go to patreon.com/Ackleyattack427TV to pledge now, do so, and get some awesome rewards within your budget. Hey guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Feel free to like, comment, and share if you enjoy what you're seeing. If you like what you see here and want to see more videos coming up, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and switch on the notification bell to get notifications, and select all notifications to be notified for when we post a new video. And don't forget to switch on notifications on your phone as well. Also, don't forget to check out my second channel and our 2-member channel with Sam the Thomas Fan 1, SamAttack4427'The Productions, for plenty more content you can't find on here. You can check both of our channels out with the links or by our handles provided on screen. Feel free to shoot me an email with my email address provided, backley95@hotmail.com, if you want to ask me a question, want to collab with me for a project you've got in the works, or if you want to book me to be featured for a convention coming up. Follow me on my social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and new releases of my videos, as well as plenty of others I've got with my handles provided, as well as the links down in the description box below. Also, don't forget to follow me on TikTok for other videos I've got aside from the ones I've posted on YouTube, and on Twitch for any future live streams I've got coming up soon, as well as join our official Discord server to see what we've provided. If you wish to show your support to me, then feel free to check out my Patreon to get sneak peeks of my videos coming up before they go up online, as well as getting access to updates and playing more, in addition to getting some awesome rewards within your budget. Also, don't forget to check out and show your support to me on my wishlist on Amazon, and even supporting me at streamlabs.com/AckleyattackTV/tip that you can find in the description box below, as well as on my Twitch page. And in case you can't find any of the links that are provided, then not to worry about a thing. All the links and stuff are also provided on my link tree that you can also find in the description box below, as well as a few selected number of my social media pages. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video. Take care.